At the 2024 Texas Conference for Women, a conversation between Meghan Markle and Julia Louis-Dreyfus ignited a debate that no one saw coming, creating one of the event's most compelling moments. In a room filled with influential figures such as Michelle Obama and Gwyneth Paltrow, the dialogue between Markle and Louis-Dreyfus unexpectedly stole the spotlight, quickly overshadowing other high-profile speakers. What began as a light-hearted exchange took a sharp turn when topics of race, identity, and belonging came to the forefront, particularly the experiences of biracial individuals in America. Markle, known for her candid discussions on race, was in her element as she opened up about her own struggles as a biracial woman. She shared the difficulty of defining herself in a society that insists on rigid racial categorizations, constantly questioning her sense of identity and belonging. Markle's remarks carried weight, drawing in the audience as she vulnerably revealed how her mixed heritage has led to moments of confusion and discomfort, especially under the public gaze. However, it was Julia Louis-Dreyfus who escalated the conversation to a more confrontational tone. As Markle spoke about her identity, Louis-Dreyfus interjected with a question that would shift the mood of the room. "So, do you identify as Black?" The bluntness of the inquiry caught everyone off guard, leaving the audience in a suspended silence. It was a question that pierced through the surface pleasantries, dragging the conversation into deeply personal territory. Markle's response was deliberate and measured, but the tension was palpable. She acknowledged that while society often pushes people like her to choose sides, Black or white, her identity was not something that could be confined to such simplistic terms. "I am both," she replied, her voice calm, yet resolute. "I'm proud of my Black heritage, and I'm proud of my white heritage. But race is more than just skin color. It's culture, it's community, it's shared experience." Her words carried an emotional weight that echoed through the room, resonating particularly with people of color in the audience. The discomfort in the room was evident, with some audience members visibly shifting in their seats. Louis-Dreyfus' question had clearly struck a nerve, and the atmosphere felt charged with an unspoken tension. Some attendees later admitted they found the question invasive, a bold intrusion into a sensitive and complex topic. Yet, others believed Louis-Dreyfus had merely voiced what many were already thinking, bringing to light an uncomfortable but necessary conversation about race and identity in America. Markle's ability to navigate the moment with grace left a deep impression on many. She spoke to the complexities of being biracial in a way that felt both personal and universal, drawing attention to the idea that identity is fluid and multifaceted. Her response wasn't just a defense of her own identity, but an appeal for others to recognize the nuances that come with being mixed race in a society that often forces individuals into boxes. "It's not about choosing one side or the other," Markle explained. "It's about embracing the fullness of who you are, even when the world doesn't make space for that." The exchange sparked immediate and intense discussion among attendees. For many women of color, especially those who also identify as biracial, Markle's words were empowering. Her refusal to allow herself to be defined by others' expectations resonated with those who have similarly struggled with questions of identity. But there was also a palpable sense of discomfort among others, particularly regarding Louis-Dreyfus' question. While some appreciated the actress's willingness to broach a difficult topic, others saw it as an imposition, an inappropriate demand for Markle to justify her racial identity in public. Reactions to the conversation were mixed. Some praised Louis-Dreyfus for being bold enough to ask a difficult question, seeing it as an essential part of any honest dialogue about race. Others, however, felt that Markle had been put in an unfair position, forced to explain something that no one should have to. The debate spilled over into social media, where users weighed in on the merits and faults of both women's perspectives. Despite the tension, there was no denying that the conversation had struck a chord. It was a reminder of how fraught discussions about race and identity can be, especially for those living at the intersection of multiple racial backgrounds. The issue wasn't just about Markle's personal identity, but a broader reflection of how society treats race, often forcing individuals into narrow categories that don't reflect the reality of their experiences. As the conference continued, The Markle-Louis-Dreyfus exchange remained a topic of conversation. Even as other speakers, including Michelle Obama, took the stage, it was this moment that left the deepest impact on many attendees. The event ended, but the dialogue about race, identity, and belonging had only just begun. In the end, Markle's thoughtful response transcended the moment of discomfort. She refused to be boxed in by simplistic labels, and in doing so, she gave voice to a much larger conversation about the complexities of race in America. While some left the event feeling unsettled, others were inspired by her words, seeing in them a reflection of their own experiences navigating a world that too often demands that we choose who we are, rather than allowing us to define it for ourselves.